Hey, D'Amico, will CJ start this week?
Yeah. So for us right now, CJ and Jalen are still in the concussion protocol. So whenever CJ is back ready to roll, he's been our starter. He will be our starter whenever he's back ready to go.
When it comes to building a defense you guys have, what were some of the real philosophies and basic tenets that you wanted to instill in the defense as you put this together?
You know, for me, you talk about defensive football, it's just about everybody really playing together. That's the one thing I believe. True defense, when you're a good defense, everybody's playing together, everybody's communicating well, and then, of course, you have to be a fast, physical outfit who's flying around to the football, and that's what we have. Started with our guys up front. They're the key to what we do. They've done a really good job of when we do cover them well in the back end, just having those type guys have more time to get after the passer. They've shown that they can be very effective at that.
Mika, as you guys get ready to go up and face the Colts, they've been much better, like running the ball and what they do offensively at home. What have you talk about? Just some of the big challenges that you guys have getting ready to go face that team at home.
And for the Colts, you can see they've been a very explosive offense. Like what's powered them this year. I think Daniel Jones is playing the most productive that he's played in his career. So Shane has done a good job of putting him in positions, putting guys around him to really make the plays he needs to make. So you have explosive receivers on the outside. The rookie tight end is doing a good job as well. And then, of course, running the football, Jonathan Taylor. And can't say enough good things about him as a running back. Just his balance, his power, the explosiveness. Like you have to be able to set the edge because he can take the explosive run 50-plus yards and take it to the house. He can hit cutback lanes, right, and make you pay. So it's going to take everything we have, defensively, first and foremost, stopping the run. But we know that's not the only emphasis with this offense. They do a good job of their play-action pass game, like really timing it up at the proper time, really catching a lot of defenses off guard, and they're creating a lot of explosives there as well. So you got to play true. So I'm telling our defense, you have to play true. You have to play with elite eye discipline, elite awareness to what your job is and being on it. Because if not, Shane has always done a good job, offensively of creating, eye candy, as I call it, to mess with guys' eyes, to put their guys in position to make plays.
You just mentioned eye discipline and then discipline in general. Do you feel like your defenses continue to play with more and more of it?
Yeah, we are doing a better job of being more disciplined than where we started the season. We can still be even better.
D'Amico, with Jalen and CJ still being in concussion protocol, are they expected to practice Wednesday? Does that mean like it's like close to the final step?
Yeah, we'll see what happens on Wednesday when Wednesday gets here.
Well, what went well with the rushing attack early on in the game against Buffalo? What are some of those things that you can maybe carry into future games with that offensive line that you had out there?
Yeah, for our offensive line, the rushing game, we have to just stay connected on our blocks. I think when we have double teams and we're coming off at the second level, if we stay connected and we finish our blocks with the right mindset, and we have good running lanes. I thought Woody ran the ball well, especially like on our fourth down play when he's one-on-one right in the hole with the defender, like for him to play behind his pads, really keep his feet moving. Like that's how you have to run the football. So we continue to block it well. We continue to make good decisions with our running backs, running the ball well, and we can run the ball effectively.
Jalen Reed and all your rookies, they can go at their own pace, but what did he show you against the Bills, and can that be, by that performance, can he wind up playing more for you?
Yeah, Jalen stepped in and he played swarm football, right? He was see ball, get ball. He's flying around, making plays. Of course, some things to clean up, but I'm encouraged with what he did. Being that it was a short week, he didn't get a ton of preparation didn't get any live reps. So for him to go in, right, and do as good of a job as he did in that game, I'm excited for him to just continue to progress and continue growing. Coach Stevens done a really nice job of working with Jalen while he's been out. So the more he gets, I expect him to be even better for us.
What do you see Tyler Warren, what he's added to their offense?
Yeah, Tyler Warren, he's a playmaker, man. That's wherever you get this kid the ball, like he's explosive, a little faster than you think, tougher than you think. Like he showed that at Penn State. Like he he was a one-man wrecking crew. Like, he did a really nice job at Penn State, and it's carried over here to the league. He's still doing a nice job, and you can see they're trying to put him in spots to get him the football because he is that type of guy. He's a playmaker, a guy seems like you can trust, you can count on him. Like, he continues to show up play after play, down after down for those guys.
Has that iteration of the offensive line done enough to earn them another chance next week? And separate from that, what does it say about Titus that he's been able to adapt and play every position and still not miss a beat?
Yeah, we'll continue to roll with our offensive line. For me, it's always been about trying to get our best 5 guys out there. I think Titus has done a great job of just unselfishly moving, where he's played right tackle, right guard, left guard, whatever we've asked him. He's done it. It shows that he's a smart player to be able to handle as much as we put on his plate. So he's done that, and he's played good for us.
Coach, going back to Thursday's game, some of the offensive play call in the second half have to do with the way the defense was playing so good on Thursday.
No, it doesn't necessarily correlate. Like, we still got to do a better job moving the ball in the second half. I don't think our second half offense was good enough. And, so we have to continue to strive, continue to get better at executing the plays, calling it better. We got to do a much better job. Coaches, players, everybody, we got to be able to move the ball way more than we did in the second half if we're going to finish games the right way.
After assessing, after the guys coming back off in a minute break, how would you assess them, the legs and everything, where they're moving around on the field?
Yeah, everybody came back healthy, ready to go. So guys are bouncing around. Guys understand, where we are. It's just, for us, man, it's always, for me, being dialed into your preparation, like being dialed into the execution and being on the things you have to be on, like to make plays. That's what it's going to take. Like, as we continue to go out, how we finish this season, it's really the mental part has to heighten. It has to be heightened for us to be where we want to be.
Getting into the draft preparation when you first got here, you all knew that you needed a quarterback that took C.J. Stroud, but what was it about on film that made you all make that decision to go and get Will in the way that he's been performing over these last 3 years here?
Yeah, for us, when we started out, when my first year here started out the draft process, there was, you knew we got CJ, which he was a really talented quarterback, did a lot of great things at Ohio State, but then you flip it over on the defensive side knowing that we needed, a foundational piece on that defensive side. And you look at Will Anderson and just his track record in college, everybody you talk to at Alabama, everything they had to say about Will, the type of leader he was. You didn't even have to talk about the player. You can see how relentless he was on tape, how he finished. But just to hear the leader that he was, how he held other guys accountable, how, he was the guy. Everybody talked about Alabama, he was the guy. And I remember I wasn't even thinking about Will at this time, but I remember when Will was a rookie at Alabama, my older brother, he called me and was like, hey, man, whenever you get a chance, this guy from Alabama, you need to get him on your team. It's like, all right, I'll check him out. And then who knows, like full circle moment, like come when I had a chance to actually be in a position to draft him, like, yeah, my brother was right. He was spot on. I needed to get number 31, and I'm happy he's here with us.
Real quick, Coach, Thanksgiving question. Cranberry or cranberry? Yes or no?
Cranberry depends on how good the dressing is. No,
It can't come out of the can.
yeah, it can't come out of the can.
No,
but
the traditional food.
yeah.
What's a must-have?
The traditional. I'm always the traditional. For me, it's having the mac and cheese, the sweet potato pie. But as I told our guys too, I told them, hey, we can save that food for another day this week. I mean, we're focused on the Colts. But happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you guys enjoy that time with your family. We will be working. All right, thank you guys.
Yes.